guys, what's up? It's Air here and welcome to a brand new video. Probably the last video of this year. And can you believe it? Another year has passed and my inconsistency is still out there. We all know that 2020 has been hella rough for all of us, and we might have resorted to other things to keep us company and keep out from our messy brain and this messy world. So here are films that got me through 2020, or my film recommendations, or films I've watched throughout the year. If you guys didn't know, I have a letterbox. All my links are actually linked down below. They're all in one card. So there's two things about me. One, I have a really bad memory. And two, I like to watch films all the time. I'm glad Letterboxd is there to save my butt, because it keeps track of all of the films I've seen. Okay, so let's start with the month of January. For the month of January, I actually watched 7 films. The film that I've seen that actually struck out for that month, the film Into the Wild. I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. Into the Wild is a movie from 2007 directed by Sean Penn. So there's this top student, Christopher, and after his graduation, he left all his possessions and started out traveling and journey through the wild. I remember watching this movie while I was working at the same time on the weekend. The movie made you feel like you also want to drop everything and just go on and live in the wilderness and explore. But honestly, knowing me, I probably not survive. It was very touching, very inspiring. The other films I've seen for the month of January are 6 Years, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Into the Wild, Hannah, Ready or Not, Zombieland, Double Tap, and Searching. And then for the month of February, the one that struck out to me for this month is Thoroughbred. If you guys don't know, one of the cast here is actually the lead in Queen's Gambit. I gave this film a 4 out of 5 stars in Letterboxd. 2 teenage girls in suburban Connecticut rekindle their unlikely friendship after years of growing apart. In the process, they learn that neither is what seems to be, and a murder might solve both of their problems. I remember watching this and man was I was confused, but at the same time I was blown away. Genre of this film is drama thriller, and the way the movie was, just how it's sequenced and how fast and slow paced it is, it's just mind-blowing. It has good cinematography, good editing, the music pretty good, great sound design. So the rest of the movies I've seen for Feb are Parasite, What Happened to Monday, To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You, 5 Feet Apart, You've Got Mail, Midnight in Paris, When Harry Met Sally, That Thing Called 𝙠𝙚𝙚. So for the month of March, I actually have 2. Whiplash is all about this fantastic film about music. It's so intense, it's incredible. It literally blew my guts everywhere. It sounds weird and creepy, but it blew my mind. For Whiplash, I gave it a heart and 5 stars. After it gave me so much emotion, and I still remember it. It's a really good movie, and I feel like without it, my 2020 would have not been complete. The acting, the sound, amazing. I do really recommend it. It's not a musical. It's not a musical like Grease or something. And the second film is Only Yesterday. It gave me so much nostalgic feeling. It warmed my heart, but it also had that bittersweet feeling inside after watching the film. So Only Yesterday is a 1991 film directed by Isao Takahata. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I gave it a heart. It's 1982 and Teiko is 27 years old, unmarried, and has lived her whole life in Tokyo. She decides to visit her family in the countryside, and as the train travels through the night, memories flood back of her younger years. The first immature stirrings of romance, the onset of puberty, and the frustrations of math and boys. At the station, she is met by a young farmer, Toshio, and the encounters with him begin to reconnect her to forgotten longings. In lyrical switches between the present and the past, Teiko contemplates the arc of her life and wonders if she has been true to the dreams of her childhood self. The film made me want to hop on a train and just rethink of everything. Heck, I'm about to be 20, and this film made me feel like I was an 80-year-old wanting to hop on a train as Teiko did and just rethink of my adventures as a youngster. It also made me think hey man, I should just take it slow and think about this. And the film also made me want to farm. So yeah, I really like the film. I would watch it again on with a cup of hot cocoa and it's raining. If there was snow in the Philippines, I'd probably want snow as well. It had so much elegance, and I recommend that if you want to watch this film or you're about to watch this film, you should probably watch it like with all your attention in the film. Like, I don't want you to like read anything or like scrolling through it. I just want you to enjoy the moment. Like, it's just wow, you know, like there's just film that touch your soul and your brain, or like really present something they're trying to present perfectly. So the month of March, the films I've seen are The Mask, Monster House, The Shining, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Silver Linings Playbook, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Love Story, Hostel, Night at the Museum, Spencer Confidential, The Secret World of R.I.D., Kiki's Delivery Service, Ocean Waves, Notting Hill, Whiplash, Raw, Zathura, Space Adventure, Only Yesterday. Here comes my birth month. So the month of April, I watched The Lobster. The Lobster, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The Lobster is a 2015 film. In a dystopian near future, single people, according to the laws of the city, are taken to the hotel, where they are obliged to find a romantic partner in 45 days or are transformed into beasts and sent off into the woods. Hearing that, it makes you wonder and makes you, like, it's such an ear-catching summary. So it's a drama romantic comedy, and let me tell you, the story plot really good. The ending, it's like the endings, you know what, I don't want to tell you the ending, just watch the film. Watch the film right now. And after you like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Okay. In this film, I really thought it was such a weird film, but was it such a fantastic journey? The films I've watched for April are quite a bunch. Lost in Translation, The Lobster, Rumor Has It, When Marnie Was There, The Breakup, The Platform, Mary and Max, Escape Room, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Coraline, About Time, One Day, Gone Girl, Lady Bird, Into the Woods, When Harry Met Sally, The Death of Stalin, Prisoners, The Hunger Games, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I watched a bunch of films in March and April, probably because quarantine started that time. So for the month of May, what I'm going to talk about is Flavors of Youth. Once again, it's an animated movie. Flavors of Youth came out 2018. The rigorous city life of China, where bustling and unforgiving, contains the everlasting memories of days past. 3 stories told in 3 different cities follow the loss of youth and the daunting realization of adulthood. Though reality may seem ever-changing, unchangeable are the short-lived moments of one's childhood days. A plentiful bowl of noodles, the beauty of family, and the trials of first love endure the inevitable flow of time. As 3 different characters explore the strengths of bonds and the warmth of cherished memories, within the disorder of the present world, witness these quaint stories, recognize the comfort of the past, and attempt to revive the neglected flavors of youth. So it's basically like reminiscing? It's basically like reminiscing all these memories as a young kid. It tells like different paths and different lives of each person and their perspectives, and it's just amazing how the storytelling is. But let me tell you that, can we talk about anime food? Gorgeous. Also, this film was brought to you by the same people who created Your Name. It's beautifully told, and the way they really capture the nostalgia feeling in it is like presented well. For the month of May, I've seen Flavors of Youth, As Good as It Gets, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, The Willoughbys, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, Ruby Sparks, If I Stay, The Truman Show, Life of Pi, From Up on Poppy Hill, La La Land, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Knives Out, Someone Great, American Psycho, The Lovebirds, Treasure Planet, The Last Thing You Wanted, and Cinderella. So for the month of June, I watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Scott Pilgrim is a 22-year-old radical Canadian wannabe rock star who falls in love with American delivery girl Ramona Flowers and must defeat her 7 evil exes to be able to date her. Hold up before you say anything. Yes, that was the first time I've seen Scott Pilgrim, and let me tell you, was it a joyride? Honestly, I really didn't know what it was about and like what the hype was about. Like, a bunch of my friends really liked this film and told me to watch it, because there was a moment where my friend was like, oh dude, what you did kind of reminded me of like a character in the film, and like it makes me wonder, it makes me want to see the film, you know? And you see the film and you're like, oh my gosh, I understand what you're saying now. I came back from saving a bird I touched the bird. I was like, fly bird. It got stuck in the living room. It was so tiny. It pooped and peed. I think if you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim, I'm probably one of the few people that haven't seen Scott Pilgrim or like was late to the whole Scott Pilgrim train. The films I've seen in June are Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Sleepy Hollow, Did You Hear About the Morgans, Anastasia, and Hercules. And for the month of July, it's Little Woman. Oh my gosh! I can't believe I've seen the new one first instead of the later one, like the old one. And honestly, I watched the new one because firstly, Timothée Chalamet. Hey guys, it's editing Air here, or Air in the future. Anyway, so I accidentally deleted the rest of the video, like the raw file. I can't find it anywhere. I deleted it on my phone, I deleted it in my trash bin in my computer, and for the rest of July I'm just gonna show you on the screen after this clip. So I have no films listed on the month of August and September, and it continued on October, November, and December. I'll put it on screen so you guys will be informed on what the main film would be for that month, and then the rest of the films I've seen. And I'm so sorry I lost the file. This is not the first time it has happened, and I've tried to be careful. I'm just a klutz. It happens. I can't believe it. I can't believe I lost the file. The whole raw 30-minute file. I'm gonna get over this. It's fine. It is fine. Go back to the movie recommendations, and yeah. Sorry to cut it short.